Well, we are finally at that point that many, including myself, thought would and or should never happen. James Gunn's Superman Legacy will finally begin filming this week, you see. The Anointed One himself posted pics of the actors involved along with his pasty mug dead center for the entire world to admire and get excited about recently on social media. He even managed intentionally, I might add, to let one of those actors post a snap of what may or may not be the new Superman logo that will be used in the film just to get the old fires burning. Nice marketing strategy, little Jimmy. Yes, it's finally happening. Yes, the time is finally here. And yes, it's time to get excited like so many thousands of others are. So, why am I not? Excited, I mean. Lord knows I've tried. I've managed to set aside my allegiance to all things Zack Snyder for a while just so I can give it a fair shake, but I just can't seem to take the bait. The selfie shots of the group hugs and the overclowingly manner in which they embrace themselves just irks the hell right out of me. Yes, I said it, irks. I just cannot seem to get past the worrisome idea that Gunn is simply making a Guardians of the Galaxy version of the Justice League with cute one-liners and cute sidekicks. Brave, strong male heroes that are just a little bit, dumb, with brave, smart women who tend to come off a wee bit condescending to their male counterparts, along with menacing bad guys that just don't seem quite dark enough. Now, am I coming off a bit pessimistic here? You're damn straight there, sluggo, and I think I have a right to be. I really liked what Snyder was doing, and I loved where Snyder was going. I truly was excited about the thought of Darkseid and his armada wreaking havoc upon our universe, and then seeing the Justice League kick his proverbial ass along the way. I was pissed off that WB, in an unbelievably crass and uncompassionate way, jacked Zack around so much that it simply became impossible for him to continue during one of the darkest moments of his personal life, and I hated the way that WB, Zaslav, Gunn, who the hell ever, let the DCEU end with an embarrassing whimper instead of a hell yeah bang. So if I sound a bit bitter when I see what we are going to get now, well, that's just too damn bad. Recently, we were shown concept art by writers for a possible Batman Beyond animated film that we could have had, and they were told simply no. Not long after, we start hearing talk that the bright minds over at WBDC are considering making Jurassic League their next animated DC feature. Now, what in the hell exactly is Jurassic League, you may be asking? Well, if the title didn't already give it away, and I ain't making this shit up, it's a what if the Justice League were dinosaurs who fight dinosaur versions of classic DC villains concept. I mean, what the hell? Instead of Darkseid, instead of Green Lantern, instead of just about any other damn thing on the entire DC planet, we get Dino Batman, Dino Superman, and for the love that all is holy, Dino Wonder Woman. I mean, what in the hell are they smoking over there in little Jimmy Gunn's office anyway? Look, Creature Commandos was bad enough, but I learned to accept that it was coming all the while, hoping that it would lead to something greater that had been promised. And I even accepted the blight that his Peacemaker wasn't going to go away anytime soon. And I had to let go of those that I thought were perfectly cast in their roles so Gunn could do his own thing, even if I thought many of his casting choices were somewhat questionable. I even stopped posting and ranting about how I thought Gunn was nothing more than a one-note banjo narcissistic hack because I felt that I was being, too hard on the guy, and so I thought I should give the dude a break. But freaking Dino Wonder Woman, did you see that picture? Here, let me post it again in case you missed it. Well, to hell with it. The gloves are coming back off, and I don't want to hear all the crap from the Gunn supporters saying that Gunn has nothing to do with this because that's a load of Dino Gunn bullshit. He's pulling the strings now, he's calling all the DC shots, and no one can convince me otherwise. Now, I gave him the benefit of the doubt towards the end of 2023, thinking that maybe It really could be a fact that he had nothing to do with the debacle dung pile that became known as The Flash, or the joke that they made out of Aquaman Lost Kingdom. And I don't want to hear about how much money it made, because it sucked. $433 million is not a success story for a film that cost upwards of $215 million to make. And if that's the case, then both Batman vs. Superman and Man of Steel kicked its cockroach-eating ass into the box office dirt. It's really easy to call something a success when you lower the bar that deems a movie a success, isn't it? Well, if this latest round of stupidity actually comes to fruition, then WBDC gets what it deserves. This is nothing more than a way to get in on the action of the latest dino rage that's up and coming, with the new Jurassic Park that was just recently announced, and WB's very own Godzilla Kong movie that's about to be released very, very soon. James Gunn and the elusive Peter Safran were anointed as co-CEOs of DC on October 25th of 2022. That's the better part of a year and a half, and as far as I'm concerned, things just don't look so good when you take into consideration what we once had. Look, I'm both a fan of DC and Marvel, and I have been for years, and the one thing that set them apart from one another that made me like them both was the fact that they were different. Hey, I know that James Gunn has his diehard fans, and I can respect them and that, and I had no problem with him doing what he was doing over at Marvel because it was different and it was at Marvel. But now that he's at DC, I just don't want them to become lookalikes, and I fear that's where we are headed. Now, is that really Gunn's fault? Well, yes and no. WB wanted him for the job, after all, because they need, they crave that MCU kind of success, and they think Gunn can get it for them. And for Zaslav anyways, it looks good on that portfolio when it comes time to sell. Gunn could have said no, but who in their right mind would do that? I mean, really. But he doesn't have to make things so damn obvious by bringing everyone that he can, actors, writers, composers, CGI techs, over from Marvel to DC as to what it is that he is doing, and that's the same song and dance with different characters, but with many of the same names and faces doing the work. Look, do I want DC to fail? Of course not. Do I want it to succeed? Of course I do. Just not like this. I don't want to see a live-action Super Friends, and even though I hope I'm wrong, I fear that's where we are headed. So for now at least, I'm done pretending to be excited and looking forward to the new DCU. As of yet, I've seen nothing to deem that excitement worthy. I hope I wind up being wrong, but I ain't holding my breath. I'm still going to sing the praises of what Zack Snyder gave us until something better comes along, if something ever better comes along, knowing all the while in the back of my mind there will still be a part of me wishing that he could find a way to somehow finish what he started before the cast and crew he chose so well get too old to finish it or somehow lose the desire to even do so. Little Jimmy, I hope you pull this off. I really do. And I hope that it's next level, because if you don't deliver, if you can't make people get past what they could have had, you're either going to go back over at Marvel, if they will have you back, or back to producing and writing scripts for Scooby and the gang. Yeah, that looks about right. Well, that's it for this sock show. Superman Legacy starts filming this week. Are you excited, or could you care less considering all that you've seen so far? What do you think about the animated dinosaur version of the Justice League DC is considering making? Is it a good idea? Is it a stupid-ass idea? Or am I just overreacting to this entire thing and going through Snyderverse withdrawals? Tell me how you feel down below in the comments section if you would. And while you're at it, why in the hell don't you hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss the next rant? And as always, thanks so much for stopping by. God bless, and socks out.